का वो दे देना तो मतलब होगा
I'm
है
ready.
मन है
3, 2, 1, let's go.
तो
चलो
Good
चलो.
evening, ladies and gentlemen. And today is a day that we've been waiting for so quite long. Well, I've been waiting for, I don't know about you because I hope you are as well, because this is the India Gaming Series. And it is powered by Vista, production partner IGC, media partner Zero Gaming, and obviously presented by our dear beloved Thunder Esports. And this tournament is very, very special because we have a prize pool of 1 lakh cash, and we also have 250k diamonds on the prize pool as well. And the most interesting fact about this tournament is that every team has a chance to win the diamonds, even if you're participating. And that's such a cool factor. And to begin our match today, we're going to have two new teams on the battlefield aspiring to be the next great ones in India. I'm your caster, Ray, and I'm really joining by another great fellow caster, and my best friend is Asriya on the casting desk. So, Asriya, I'm so glad to have you here on the start of Indian Gaming Series. And what about you?
Well, first of all, hello Ray and hello everyone, and thank you for that intro, Ray. And of course, even I'm really, really excited because not only I'm casting with you, but of course, this tournament is so special. Just like you mentioned, the way it gives diamonds to all the people who will be participating. So yeah, a very, very new idea, which I really love. And let's just move on to the draft phase, though, because both the teams are actually ready to it. What do you think about the draft, Ray?
So far, we'll probably see just the meta-oriented bans and everything. And to back it up, what you said, definitely. I mean, in this tournament, everyone is technically the winner because nobody's losing anything. I mean, you might be losing the grand prize, but still, you are getting something. So it's better than anything. Even the participation is awarded, and that's kind of beautiful. So let's see how our first two participants of the first day of this evening can perform. It's team the Infinities. I'm not sure how they spelled out their team, but they're on the blue side versus Team Infernal on the red side. And this is all obviously best of one series. And we'll see how both of these teams go for.
Well, yep, and with that, all the bands looking pretty great, especially the gold laners, Harith as well as Granger being the top picks right now. Definitely the bands right there. And the first pick being Aurora. I think she is a good mage, but then again, having the first pick and then picking up something like Aurora is kind of a waste, if you ask me, because so many options are open. Just look at that. Badang being such an OP support right now with that support emblem. His just build a bit of cooldown reduction on him, and he can just spam that second skill. That amount of crowd control is so hard to handle, and it's just been grabbed out by the red team right now.
I mean, Aurora is one of my favorite matches for sure. I mean, I did roll for her collector skin for a reason. I mean, I'm not trying to flex. It's the reason that I really, really love her skill kit because she's kind of a mage that has the perfect kit. I mean, obviously, she's one of the queens of the crowd control, but she also has enough decent damage that it doesn't negate any kind of damage that you might lack if you perhaps picked up something like a Valir that some people like to pick up sometimes. He lacks the damage, but Aurora, on the other hand, does not. She has the crowd control, she has the CC, so picking it up in the first place, it's not really a bad thing. But you're off against someone who can block your mobility. That's the Badang against your, against in your team. So you need to be kind of aware of that because you're going to be wasting a flicker. But if you waste a flicker, there's also the Hyla. So there's already few tricks for this cute mage here, and she needs to watch out. But hopefully they do have some counters because I'm seeing a Kufra being locked up in the priority pick after so long.
Kufra is a great tank, especially the negation of the blink skills makes him pretty good. But then again, just like I mentioned before, the side of the blue team are not going for those meta picks right now because Sicilian Eve being open and you just let it slip away out of your hands. At the same time, Badang as well as Hylos, two of the great flags picks right there. Either of them can go for the roam or the EXP. Let's just see which one decides to opt forward because right now Kufra as well as Afov is being picked, two of the Blink heroes. Do you think are they planning to go in for some mobility marksman, maybe like a 1-1, or maybe some assassin who can really, really be countered by these two picks?
It is quite possible. I mean, picking up two anti-dash heroes, and they're also banning out a dash hero themselves. So it is quite interesting what the game plan could be. But honestly, a 1-1, it's something that we haven't seen in a while. But funny enough, it might work out for a simple reason that the Hylos has a high HP pool, and so breaking out the weaknesses for the crossbow of Fang is going to be really, really easy. So that might be something that they're planning for, and I'm really looking forward to if that's the case. But just like you mentioned, the Sicilian is going to be hitting hard as well, so that is something they need to put into consideration. 1-1, especially, is going to be an interesting choice for sure. That I can tell you.
Well, yeah, but just look at the bans. Three of the top core laners, Granger, Irizal, as well as the Harriet being banned out. A lot of options are open right now because the marksmen haven't been picked up. A Claude could be great pick here, especially considering that he has a lot of mobility, can escape pretty well, and the damage is pretty good. Beatrix and Brody are also the options. Let's just see what they go in for because none of the junglers have been picked up yet. Will they be going in for something tanky like the Slayer or an or a witch? Okay, Beatrix being the final marksman band. So many marksmen being banned out right now, right?
Well, it is understandable. Both of these marksmen are quite into the meta, and also the fact that both of the sides haven't picked up a gold laner makes means that they really, really want to pick it up. So other than that, they still have a few options open. Like you have the cloud, and just like you said, the 1-1 is still open. They could go in for out of pocket pick, like maybe a Lela or a Mia too sometimes, but maybe they might just end up going in for a Moskov or something. Okay, we do have a Julian here, so that means it's gonna be a Julian jungle. And obviously, I almost forgot about it. The recent Kinshin Densitsu skin, we have the carry coming into the play too, and it's probably just gonna get locked in. Not, I mean, they might be playing in for the skin, but this is a good pick for a special reason because Hylos will be at the same time carry that lacks the range, and that might be an issue that they need to watch out for.
You know what? Right now, I am thinking that how is this Phoebus? Like he is a great EXP pick, of course, can do the front line. The spell vamp is amazing. The zone and the time he provides is also pretty good to the entire team. But then again, there is the Badang who can bait him inside the tower, use his second skill, and then use his ult. Then what will Phoebus do? He has nowhere to do, nothing to do. Same goes for the Hylos. Just bait him inside the tower, just stun him around. So even though there are quite a lot of dash heroes, but then again, Mobius needs to be careful that he's not baited out that easily and be eliminated out of the team fight because they only have the Kufra, who is a tank who really does not initiate pretty well. He really needs some bait first of all, and he needs some vision so that he can use up his skill, the dash, and the Tyrant's Revenge pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's probably
तो मुझे आवाज़ नहीं आ रही है, किसी को आवाज़ नहीं आ
मुझे लगा मुझे भी नहीं आ रही.
रही?
Okay,
कंटिन्यू यप।
I think Ray has some issues with his mic, and we're really sorry for that. Until he comes back, I will be there accompanying you all. And with that, both the drafts are set in motion. And just like I mentioned before, Kufra as well as the Phobos being locked down there, they really wanted to go in for a mobility assassin being the Lancelot. Both of them just trying out the kitchen skin at this point. But yes, these skins are pretty good. They're really beautiful. The skill effects are OP. So yeah, pretty good time for them to test it out. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, here we are into the land of dawn. Both the teams looking really strong. And with that, like the matchup between the marksmen, though, that's something I really want to talk about here. Bruno was once the king of the gore lane until he got those nerfs and until that Malefic gun got that nerf. At the same time, a carry did receive a bit of a buff on his first skill and the rest of the buffs are on to the way. But then again, let's just see how it goes on because carry being an excellent option here since a HP pool of the Hylos is pretty good. And okay, just look at the initiation coming in from our Kufra right from the beginning, though carry playing pretty safe and the blue buff just being secure right there lands taking into the lethal. Both the teams actually playing it pretty safe for now, and not much is happening though. And just
I,
look at
right?
okay, Ray's back.
I apologize for that part of my. It is quite hilarious. I kind of faced an issue, and I was just speaking into the void, and I was not receiving any response. And I was like, "What happened to Atia?" And then I realized, no, that that happened to me was myself. So I'm back. Sorry about it, but hopefully, Asia, you can take it up for a bit.
Okay, look at the first blood already taken away from the side of Team Infernal right now, and look at the marksman duking it out, but it will be our Sicilian grabbing onto that kill, onto the carry. Bruno just barely surviving, and at this point, this is definitely the out rotation coming from the side. At the same time, of course, the Sanguine Claws, they are so good. The utility of Sicilian, even though he got nerfed, is not in those bad impacts which will be hitting out. It will be the Sanguine Claws which provide so much range, so much CC, and at the same time, just look at that Lancelot being taken down once again. Team Infernal on the roll right now. The aggressiveness is pretty good, especially just look at how useful our Badang is being right there with the walls, with the fist crack, dishing out so much damage. The first turtle of the game already on race. So, who do you think will be managing to get this turtle?
I mean, just like I mean, I was speaking to myself when it happened, but Lancelot is quite behind on the farm, right? And that is something of an issue, especially when you're paired up against the Julian. And he gets the power spike immediately. Okay, we do see some engage coming in right away on the turtle pit. There is so much jumping happening because we have the kangaroo and all the ball, and Cooper's balls just coming into the point, and Ryuk and Didi gets a kill, and Barang will also fall and be a sacrifice. But right now, Lancelot holds. So he is trying to do something, but he just is unsuccessful at it. And as he is also getting taken down, Team Infernals is just literally on Inferno right now as they're just lighting up their path to victory, because look at the domination that they're showing.
I mean, true, and Cooper although does a pretty good initiation, but then again, Badang is right there trying to negate all of that with the tri-instrument right there, and Lancelot with the dash coming in. Meanwhile, in the top lane, just look at the carry already getting eliminated, doesn't have the farm. Bruno just farming up pretty quickly, and Julian still on the roll trying to take down that one kill, but they will be trying to disengage right now. Meanwhile, Hylos has something else to say, trying to just disrupt the farm of our Lancelot, and meanwhile, Badang right there with the skill, and Kenji using up her flicker at this point, just barely surviving in 1 HP.
Okay, so far, I mean, just like I speculated, the Lancelot, the jungler being a little bit behind on the farming speed, it's really affecting them severely. And I can kind of understand why they picked up the Cooper. It was probably a caution against the Lancelot, but at the same time, at what cost? Because you're really struggling to match up against Julian. And right now, this high loss, okay, he might be in trouble because the Kufa and Phobos is just jumping on top of him. But right now, he does have to glue his pathway, so he will be getting away scot-free, no issues. And into the top lane we go. Badang is planning an ambush for this Finchin carry. Okay, he misses out the fist crack, but the Bruno is dealing enough damage to be able to take him down. But okay, Ross coming into the scene as well. As I speak, Carry really wants to pick up a fight, wants to take down the Bruno, but is it really enough? Both are trying to trade off each other's HP, but Carry is the one who gets the backup properly and gets the kill.
That was a pretty misplay coming from a Badang right there, and Bruno just paid for it. But then again, they do have the upper hand right. I mean, well, look at Julian in a really low HP and will be unable to dash away. Will be taken down. Lancelot finally getting back the snowball, which is in the hands of Team Inferno right now. Meanwhile, Carrie in the top lane just soaking away all the gold from that tower. And for the second turtle of the game, but I think she just needs to retreat. But the flicker has been forced up along with the glorious pathway. But that was kind of unnecessary because Bruno was all enough to take her down.
So far, Team Infinites are just really struggling as we
And
step
with
in.
that, the second turtle of the game already being initiated right now. Team Infernal does have the upper hand. Meanwhile, the rest of the team has decided to just take it, trade it off with Super Lance, as Bruno will be taken down. And with that, Badang already trying to just provide the wish in which the team really needs. Phobos already from the bot lane trying to tank it up, trying to dash up some damage onto the high loss, but that's not something which I would recommend. Just look at the beautiful fist crack, which was baited out, but then the frost breeze coming in, the red light has also been popped up, and it will be a killing spree for our Lancelot. It was complete Uno reverse ray.
Yeah, uh, overall this game, right, the score is 6-9, and we're seeing the goal lead is quite similar. Okay, Cooper is going into the scene, and Cecilan does flicker away from the scene, but there's enough damage for Haku died to be taken down, just like his name. Not a good name to be picked up as Lancelot. Also gets set it down after his 3-kill menace. And right now, Julian wants to go in, perhaps go in for another kill, but okay. But I'm going in with the fist crack flicker combo, and Carry does get the off-cam kill. But Kenji, despite trying to buy out some time, just doesn't get it and gets taken down himself as well. And looking at the pace of the game, I feel like King Finance could have had a little bit of a comeback, but Infernal is just on a pursuit right now.
Yep, exactly. And I think definitely it is the Badang which is making the a game-changing plays right there, because how the fist crack and those stunts, those continuous stunts is connecting and seizing everyone. Just so beautiful. Meanwhile, just look at that Julian racing it out away from the aggro of three people. Meanwhile, here comes the glorious pathway. Julian still safe and sound, and the bat impacts on the Batfleet still hurting in the back lane as Carrie is trying to take down our Sicilian, but of course she will be the one who will be traded off as Julian also helps down. Meanwhile, look at Akufra still trying to engage the fist crack coming in, being cancelled by Kufra once again. It's a 3 versus 3, and the blue team trying to retreat. Meanwhile, the Sangma along with the Frost Breeze connecting right there. Our foe is still jumping on, and it will be a kill secured by our Lancelot, a double kill for him. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Bruno just trading it off with the first here in the top lane.
The score is coming a little bit to the equalize because of, they're getting the kills, but the objectives and everything is what really counts. Okay, we might see an engage coming in right now, and no, might be a little bit too deep in already. I feel like that was kind of haphazard decision on his end. He shouldn't have gone in so deep, like without his team's vision. So not having the marksman, Julian does have the level advantage over the Lancelot. Lancelot doesn't have the HP either, and does get the turtle. Ryuk and Didi secures the turtle for his team, and right now the Abrasive Glacier is coming to the scene as well, and Ryuk and Didi is just on a rampage, and okay, Kufra just 1 HP, trying to sliver away, Aura trying to buy out some time, and this might be just enough, but the Sicilians skill lands right on time and gets the kill.
Well, just look at the beauty of her Hisoka right there. The Sanguine Claws not letting anyone escape. And I really love how even Lancelot is playing though. Even though he is in between so many people, so much damage is something which he's receiving, but he somehow manages to, escape. So pretty good gameplay is coming from his side. But then again, Madang is the sole game changer here, right? Like I mentioned before, the fist cracks, doing so much damage, creating so much zone, and the continuous stun from that support emblem, the CD is so low, and that's why I especially try to ban out this Badang, or just if you have the first pick, why not just pick this pick? I mean, just look at him, how much impact he has in the battlefield.
Yeah, it is actually insane. Palang was one of those heroes that was forgotten, but right now we need to remember the team fight that's happening into the close turret range. Okay, but I'm coming in with the fist crack, wants to punch in, but he gets punished and taken down as well. And Hylos might be next into the chopping block as the Sky Piercer deals the final blow. And right now, looks like there's going to be another casualty, but Ryuk Didi is not the one that's going to be falling as he secures the triple kill necessary for his team. And looks like he wants to go in for the Maniac. He might be a little bit too greedy. No, he is not. He knows to be safe than sorry as he backs off as well.
Yep, and just look at Hisoka Sicilian's damage already. The bad impact is hurting the Sanguine Claws. Like the entire team needs to be careful that even if they go and try to initiate, that they are not locked down in between the CC coming from the Sanguine Claws. And that's a plus point of locking down onto the Sicilian. Even though he received the nerf, like I said before, the Sanguine Claws, this utility is what makes the entire difference in those team fights. The range advantage that they have. At the same time, Hylos, like although it's already 9 minutes into the game, but the HP pool this tank has, he can be the perfect bait in every situation, and the way he's baiting it out, followed up by the rest of the team, is amazing.
Okay, we do see an engage coming in. Kufra does use up the time's defense, but the CCLN just doesn't get into the bits of it and will be getting out of the situation. Bruno is just dealing enough damage for his team right now that his balls are going to be hitting hard enough to secure the kill. Kufra though survives to 1 HP, but does it really count? Okay, Lancelot wants to make a little bit of a play, but it's not really enough as Sicilian captures the kill onto the Ice Queen as the Lord marches down top lane, and the recall counter coming in as well.
Yep, and Gary was a pretty good pick here, especially considering the HP pool of the enemy, but then again, she's not able to get the zone which she really needs, because there is the Padang, there is the Hylos being the perfect wall in front, and at the same time, Julian with the immunity has a lot of damage. Just look at him once again taking down the carry right there. The Glorious Pathway coming in once again. They're trying to dish out some damage onto the Cupra. He's getting melted down right now because even Bruno is completely farmed up. And now Lord marching down from the top lane. The lane sync is also kind of perfect because all three lanes all together. But look at the fist crack coming in once again. The flicker has been baited away. And look at Apomi is trying to provide some time, but he's also getting melted down as a bad impact. And the balls from Bruno are hurting right now. But what a beautiful time event right there. But they will not be able to sustain as the damage dealers are falling one by one. The Lollos are trying to marching down. They are bleeding, trying to just take it away, trying to defend, but no, will not be enough as it will be a double kill for the Bruno and the HP of the base also being locked down. A perfect victory for Team Infernal.
Team Infernal just overall really lighting up the first game straight away, because I mean we just saw how well they executed everything, and I feel like, they did do a good job, but I feel like Team Infinite's that draft did have some concept, but the execution was lacking. And also, I feel like they focused a little bit too much on the counter, because they banned out some heroes and they picked up the Kufra and the Phobius, so their Lancelot could have a little bit of a breathing room, but they did not take into the account that Lancelot's main weakness is the farming speed. He needed someone to hold in or little invasion that could happen and stop this Julian from getting into that sixth gear, but they could not do that. And because of it, they struggled and they ultimately lost out the game.
Yep, exactly. This is the issue here. The draft was the issue because picking up an Aurora as the first pick is not something which anyone recommends because there are so many mages which are open. Like even they could have gone in for the Yeep, which could contend with the range which Sicilian gives. But then, even though Lancelot was a great pick here because he could have dive in behind the lanes, taking down Sicilian, but there was this wall, the stun coming in from the Badang, the stuns coming in from our Hylos, due to which he was not able to do that. At the same time, Phoebus, like he is a great EX player, but due to the gold lack from the team, he was getting completely drained down. At the same time, just look at him. He has gone for a war axe right as the first item. I usually see Phoebus going in for the Thunder Bell, especially because you are taking a lot of damage. Why not go for the defense bell?
Yep, exactly. And ladies and gentlemen, that's about it for the first game of India Gaming Series. And we're going to be back with the second match as well. So stick around, stay tuned. I mean, you might be playing in the tournament or you might just be an audience. So if you're looking forward to your team or perhaps just your friends or families or anything, just bring all your friends into the stream and enjoy with us, as we classes will also bring you the entertainment. So stay tuned for the second match as we'll go for a short break until the teams are prepared. So stay tuned.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We are back again at the Indian Gaming Series, resuming with a match. I know this break has been a little bit of stretchy, but getting the teams ready, getting them coming here. We had a lot of forfeit as well coming on from the teams, but it's okay. It's just the day one. We'll be facing hurdles like this tomorrow as well, but it's okay. We'll get past through it. I'm your caster Peachy. I will be the voice of this match, and along with me, I do have the talented and the most awaited that you guys were been waiting for. Hello, Zayfor. How are you today?
Absolutely, OP. Absolutely awesome. I'm excited for these matches of these two underdog teams. Let's see which of these two teams will stay strong and get the victory. And with that, we are already seeing that she's 18 is already banning that Lucas, which is pretty
Yep.
strong in the XP lane because of the Sacred Beast mode and the sustain. So yeah, definitely great call to ban it out, even though they have the first pick. And also talking about first pick, we can see that Team Red have banned out the Granger because they don't want Team She is 18 to have that Granger in the first pick.
Agreed, agreed. One of the gold meta right now and a rising hero. You know that he has been buffed, he has been revamped, he has the damage, he has the sustainability, he has everything that you want in a gold lane. There are very few heroes that you can pick up to actually counter a Granger, and maybe they don't want a counter, they don't want to pick up a full counter right there. So the best bet is just to ban them off. Now again, Kudai gang. They are moving towards their comfortable zone. They don't want to ban up, the Tigreal, but a Atlas is coming into the action, into the ban section.
I mean, definitely, it looks like Atlas is it's a respect ban, as far as I think, and also he has the bit of potential to do crazy plays with the Fatal Link. So yeah, I would say they might it might be a good call to ban it out for them. I'm not sure, but yeah, Fanny is definitely a great call to ban it out because she is absolutely in B stage. Like any player with a really good skills in Fanny can burst people out, especially with the damage build or the sustain build. So yeah, definitely great call to ban it out, as well as the Hayabusa, who is rocking in this current meta as well, with the damage, with the skill set it has, and with the split put potential. So it's a whole package of assassin you need in an assassin, to be precise. And yeah, definitely great call by She is 18 to ban him out. So let's see what will be the last ban coming in from Team Kudai. Okay. Okay, it will be a
Uh-huh.
Belric. That's a big surprise. I mean, they don't want, they are banning like two of the, they are not really OP tank, but yeah, it seems like they have the heroes that might hinder that might hinder by these two heroes. So okay, definitely I would say might be a great call. You never know. So or maybe it's their plan to take two of the OP heroes, but it will be She is 18 locking that Batang immediately because they know how strong of a hero he is in the current meta with the support emblem as well as the set he has. What you wanna say on that, PG?
Okay, a little bit of a lot into the hands of a comfort bands, understandable. A little bit of assassins onto the blue side, but again, in onto the red, they have been picking up all those meta heroes, especially this hard CCs, especially the Sun. I wasn't expecting a Sun as the second pick, to counter to that Badang, but again, this might be working it out. But at the same time, if the Barang goes on to a tank build, that is where the problem comes in. Given the fact that if you feed him the Thunderbolt stacks, a little bit of more, stacking up on defense items. That is all it needs to just Barang to free roam the whole map. But let's just wait and watch what the match unfolds. As of now, AFK again has picked up the Minotaur. Interesting choice against against a Tigreal. Now, again, these players, these matches are solely going on towards comfort picks. So we know that these are the players that are best at these kind of heroes, and it is their own signature heroes.
Definitely. I mean, Minotaur is not really in the meta, but yeah, definitely they are going with one meta pick and one comfort pick to mix it up a bit, and a little bit a more versatile draft, little bit of in a meta draft as well as the comfort pick. So yeah, definitely that might be useful in that. But also Beatrix is pretty strong as well. I mean, she is a balanced marksman, which has like a multiple skill set, the wave clear, the damage. So yeah, definitely great call to pick her up in the third pick. Talking about team Kudai Gang's picks, so definitely Sun is currently people are do using the Sun because he's pretty strong with a slow effect as well as the split put potential, output potential, and also the Veil. He's pretty strong as well. I mean, he's not the best mage to go with. I mean, the Juxian is there, the Sicilian is there, the Farsa there, the Eve there. You have a lot of choice, but yeah, it seems like a comfort pick hero they have been locking with. But with that, it will be the Harry that has been locked out by team uh Kudai Gang, despite of the fact they have already picked out the marksman. That's questionable. What you think about that, Pichu?
Oh, okay, a little bit of, a little bit of meta heroes getting banned, the Harriet, the Whale coming into the play onto the red side. Interestingly enough, I haven't seen a Whale so far. Uh, and it's actually a very rare pick, even in the Philippines meta, even in the Indonesian meta, this is actually, a little bit of a rare pick coming in. But let's just see how it will be panning out. And especially when you pair it up with a Tigreal, I feel like they can combo it very well, given the fact that Cebu can position himself very well, but let's just wait and watch. With that, the Irithel getting banned, I don't understand the Irithel getting banned, even though there is a Granger already banned up. Very interestingly, but it's okay. It seems like the teams don't want to open up any meta heroes as of now.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely right. But the like you said, they don't want any kind of meta hero open. But Team Kudaking also looks like a little bit careful about the hyper heroes that has been open. The Suyu was there, the Alpha is there, but they have decided to ban out the Lancelot, it seems, so that he doesn't like immune the implosion maybe of the Tigreal or the CC or the of the Veil. So yeah, or maybe there is a really good Lancelot player in She's 18. So yeah, it might be a respect ban as well. So let's see what will be the last ban of Team She's 18 will be, because both of the teams have not picked any jungler, and with that, Alpha is has been banned from the side of blue. So they have a pretty good chance to pick up that Suyu if they want, and a lot of OP heroes are open. Okay, they are going with a Claude. Interesting. I mean, their marksman was not locked. Oh, look at that! She's 18 will be locking that Frederick immediately.
Oh, okay, okay. You know, okay, this is actually interesting picks coming up. Redrin, long time no see. I am kind of happy to see all the tank heroes, jungle heroes coming back into the play, especially the Isuke picking up a Claude as well. But child of God, he is surprising us today. Diggy pick coming in, interesting pick. When when the Holy Flask was buffed. And that was the time where the supports were at their peaks. The Diggy, the Carmilla, the Angela, the Florine, they were like the most picked, they were the most fans. And that was the time that these are the heroes were shining, especially against a Tigreal, especially against Minotaur, especially against Atlas. You know, it Diggy is definitely is one of a main counter for an Atlas and definitely for the Tigreal. But again, he needs to position himself. The position does matter in this. If he's out there, pops his time journey of pretty, ahead of time, very early, then it won't benefit the team. That is what I'm fearful for in this match. But let's just wait and watch. There we go. The draft is all here. Alucard coming into the play as their jungler. Interesting picks.
Uh-huh. I mean, a Diggy Mage could be useful because with the time journey, he could definitely deny the implosion CC coming in from the Tigreal. So this is a little bit questionable if the Alucard will stand against this Badang or not. But Badang has decided to go with a damage build with the Impure Rage, Master Assassin, and Assassin Emblem set. So if he catch someone, he will deal a lot of damage. But will he be able to catch the sun though? That's the question. And also the
Oh,
Fredrin is pretty tanky though, so he will be dealing a lot of CC. Also the Diggy's I would say that Diggy's reverse time would be really useful if the Claude tries to catch someone in the backline. So let's see how things works out though.
definitely, definitely. Interesting picks so far coming in from the both side. I am curious to know which side will be the one onto the winning end and which would be the losing end. As of now, I feel like it is onto the red side who do have the upper hand looking at the match. But as of now, into the end of John, here we are looking at a match where this is going to be the best of one series. And if the team winning here, one of the team is definitely going to win here. We don't know what team is it as of now, but when we'll know they have gained 100 diamonds. Each round as they proceed ahead, they will be getting their diamonds. With that, let's just get into the match.
And yeah, let's see what how things works out. And it is Major for Justin and Peachy will bring out the action for this one. And this is Indian IGS. So yeah, this is absolutely awesome. So guys, do let us know which team you guys are which team you guys are supporting. And yeah, for now we will focus on the game and let's see how the things works out between Beatrix and Claude. And it seems like she is already freezing out the lane so that he will miss out on the siege minions.
Oh, this is a hard choice for the Claude. No support coming in from the Tigreal as of yet, and they have been freezing the lane. Claude is someone who depends on his items, and to get those items, he needs the gold. And when you not give that gold, it does get hard for him. But let's just see how he will be recovering for that. But into the middle lane, I do see some action.
Yep, he's pretty in a deep position. Oh, Empress's Red will miss by an inch. But I did notice that Sun was not there. Look at in the middle, it says. Oh, he have to fight. He have no choice. He have popped the ultimate. But no, it's not the Diggy. But he's trying to melt someone. But everyone is tanky as hell. He's trying to run for his life. And the mobility of Alucard will be absolutely useful in that
Oh,
scenario. But no, the poke of the Fredrin will make sure he doesn't run away. What a chase. And this does give them the freedom to take the turtle without any hassle.
definitely, given the fact that Mikey did pop his retribution, especially that ice retribution to run away from the situation. This feels like an easy turtle into the hands of Fredden, but there we go. We do get our problems ahead. The wave coming into the play, and it's the retribution coming quickly.
And look at the CC of the Fredrin, but he is just dragging him to somewhere. But yeah, it will with the Tigreal that will be taken down. Belray, the Veil doesn't have much to do in the scenario because he already used up all the skills in the turtle fight. That's the bad part about the Veil. The CD is pretty low, but look at that. Alucard has been taken down there. I guess the Dicky did hold him in there and not let him run, and the follow of the team did work out in the scenario.
Okay, okay. So far, so good. Looks like, the Claude did catch up on few of the minions that he lost. Talking about the goal difference, I don't feel like that is going on much onto the goal lane, but we do see the jungle gap coming in right from the minute one, given the fact that the Fredrin was the one taking down the Alucard, jungler for jungler, and looks like Team She Was 18 are on a better position as of now. And when you give a little bit of farm into the hands of Fredrin, that is where the problems do come in.
Oh, look at the
I
top
feel
lane!
like
But Dang
oh
is in the middle fighting two people, but the damage of Fritz Crack was not enough. Fredrin coming to give some follow up, but look at the retribution. Ice retribution to slow him down. It did work out with the killing spree. Fredrin rocking the battlefield.
oh my god, but son,
Yep, he will be able to recall in time. Damn, that was really close. He could have just poked and cancelled the recall, and it could be absolutely menacing for him though. But yeah, he did make it work.
oh
No, Empress's Rod is charged already, it seems, and Vale will be taken down. Mirren Fury has been popped. Zeus trying to sustain the fight. Renner is trying to aim someone, but no, it will miss the Tigreal, it seems. And yeah, with that, it will be Team She Is 18 dominating the fight with 5-1 score. Okay,
oh
Beatrix kind of in deep position. Alucard trying to catch him, but the damage and the CC from She Is 18 is pretty heavy, and Alucard can't sustain it without any kind of support, it seems, and the Veil, despite the fact he'd have the ultimate, it doesn't really combo it with him. He does the Tiger Wheel there.
Okay. The fact that the Beatrix is actually getting a one kill right before the minute five, this is actually concerning for the side of team Kudai gang. Now the second turtle is up, and now the second turtle is definitely into the hands of Fredrin. He does get it, but onto the middle lane. Okay, a little bit of skirmish, but not much. Focus onto the bot. Claude will be taken down, but the vengeance is there.
Yep, he will be using the Blazing Duet to clear the lanes, but not enough because the Fredrin will be there to catch him there. And there's no for support from his team, so he might be complaining that no support for me. But look at that Veil! He will be forcing a flicker out of the Beatrix, and yep, that defensive flicker will be very useful. But looking at the top, it seems the Badang always doing a 2v4, 1v2 fight, and he is sustaining it so far.
Oh, Alucard did realize that if he goes into the bottom lane, he's a dead meat. The only thing that he can do is EXP lane as of now, since the team is not focusing on that, and Barang can survive it out. Let's check out the items coming in from Barang. Okay, he went in directly for the Thunderbell 10 stacks already. This is actually a tank Barang coming in, but as of now, I do feel like, as I mentioned, it will be she was 18, focusing onto the middle and going in fragment.
Oh, trying to do some CC. Look at the drag of the Diggy. He will make sure he will return to the battlefield. And look at the damage of the whole team, making the front laner will be melted down. Alucard comes with deep position, and the damage of the Beatrix will make sure that the Alucard goes down, and he is the late game insurance so far. As he is not getting the chance to deal in game damage. Alucard needs the farm to sustain the fight, and with that, the tier 1 turret of the mid lane has been taken down. The CC of the Fredrin will make sure the Sun will not escape the situation, and it is not really looking good for Kudai gang because they are not leaving anyone, and most of them are late gamers.
Oh, that's true. That's true. This is actually a little bit of, a 50-50 gameplay coming in from both teams. One team can afford to go into the late game, but the other team cannot. They kind of are in a pickle. Oh, wait a minute. Fredrin tries to go and get the taunt 10.
And Tiger Wheel trying to escape the situation, but damage of the Empress is not enough. But look at the Badang's follow-up. Will make sure that Tiger Wheel goes down. Sun escape the situation with the clones, and he have to clear the way before they reach there because they might be able to take out the tier 2 turret of their team. So definitely great call to move around a little bit. And Claude going with a Blazing Duet into the Beatrix, it seems, but nah, he will be escaping the situation with the bare low HP. Renner has been aimed on the claw. Let's see it hits or not, but nah, it will not hit. Beatrix did took some damage, but yeah, she's pretty safe for now. Sun going in loud to take someone down, but he will be bursted down instead. And look at the Empress's Red has been popped. Alucard in the middle of the fight. Fish has been popped, and it is the Tigria that will be melted down by the damage build Batang.
Oh my god, Zeus is not able to get one implosion given the fact that there is so much CC into the hands of she was 18 already. There's stun coming in from Fredrin, there's stun coming in from Balang, there's a knockup coming in from AFK again. Let's not forget that Diggy is also there. That little Purify is actually helping them to get away from the situation. On top of that, let's not forget that there is a lot of turrets into the hands of team. She was 18 already, and cherry on top, they take the Lord.
8 Alucard. This just shows the dominance of She is 18. They are just squeezing out all the farm into battlefield so that this late gamers doesn't get the items, doesn't get the farm, doesn't get the age XP to fight back anytime soon. And since the Lord is popping, Sun doing a really clever job trying to clear out the Lord before it even comes to the inhibitor.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Sun trying to get a little bit of, split push coming in, chunking off enough XP, but I don't think that he will be surviving that appraiser's bat. But into the mid lane.
Yeah, they are trying to catch someone, but yeah, the great wave clear of this of the Claw as well as the Veil to secure the mid lane turret. But the main problem is the Lord, which is looking pretty healthy. Let's see if Tiger will be able to connect some good implosions or not, because he do have the implosion as well as the flicker. He is looking for 5 man ults. That's the issue. We should just grab whoever he gets so that the bounty will help the team eventually. But yeah, let's see what happens next. The Lord has been marching from the lane. Alucard is in the middle. And look at the Zeus trying to do some damage, but it is the Diggy who will be immuning everything. Monitor with the double kill. The Badang was literally in the back line dealing a lot of damage, and with that, she is 18 who will take the victory for this one.
Okay, okay, this is not the end for Kudai. One more chance before they get eliminated. But since they have been eliminated as of now, they'll have to wait for the fixtures again for the lower brackets. But as of now, look at the match, 19 for 1. She was 18. They did an absolutely an amazing job trying to get as much as farm, as much as CC, as much as damage into the hand. This is actually was their turning point. And let's not forget that the early game skirmish, the early game Alucard getting killed was just a stepping stone for them.
Definitely, guys. And with this, we will take a short break. But yeah, stay tuned because to subscribe to the channel, to hit the like button because a lot of more fun matches coming up. So stay tuned for that because this will be absolutely awesome. And with that, we will take a short break and we will back to you soon.
रेडी चलो three, two, ready, three, two, one, three, two, one. चलो, let's go, let's go.
ड्राफ्ट के
तो
बाद
ये
में
वो not नहीं 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 अरे अभी देने से
That's
सही है अभी भी तो ड्राफ्ट Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Indian Gaming Series Season 1. And I mean, it's the first day of this tournament. We have started, and we are on the last match between these two teams again. And on the cast today is Burger with none other than Zebu. So, Zebu, do take over. Well, I mean, what do you have to say about the banning from these two teams?
you know, it's just all I've seen is it's usually the meta picks and bans coming in from both the teams, and you know it's quite unnatural to see that Valentina up so early, and it might just be because of the Gatot catch up, or maybe like a comfort pick, but again I feel like it's a little bit too early to take out that Valentina from their side, but it might just be what the teams, they might just be cooking something. But again, moving on, it's currently the second part of the banning phase that we are facing, and both the teams they are targeting quite well. They have banned out that Diggy for that Tigreal and also the Minxita. Quite interesting. I mean, they have a Hayabusa, so I guess they would not want him to make any kind of trouble for Hayabusa. Okay, a Luoi coming in from the side of Team Doomwalkers. It will be really interesting because there will be divergent plays. I hope so there will be, because it's really interesting to watch all that perfect divergent plays coming in.
I mean, yeah, Louis is a really great piece in the meta. The diversion play would be a lot annoying, to be honest. And I mean, as we can see, Lela hasn't picked up, I mean, this hero with the new item. Malefic Gun has an enormous range. I must say the range is like higher to any hero if you're gonna compare it in the MLBB, mm, I mean, if you're gonna compare her to other heroes, but then here we could also see Xbox being picked out. And on to opponent, I mean, Hylos going in, the glorious path would be a great start to, initiate the fights. So all I feel is for now, the team combination here, we could see, from the side of Espada, I mean, that kinds of look aggressive, with the Harat, the Manfos as we speak, the Katot Kacha with the AOG. We also have the Charging spell, the Glorious Path, and the Soyu and the Louis. So pretty, I would say aggressive lineup coming in from the side of Espada.
I agree, and Team Espada they can definitely put their what to say, their lineup to a good use in the early phases of the game. And that Gatotkacha paired with that high loss, it will be, really interesting to watch, because one will go to the back line and one will be charging towards you onto your front line. And Harriet is there to deal that damage, and not to forget Loi as well. She deals a lot of damage, and it's really annoying to deal with her yin and yang combos. But again, moving on, this is the final match of the day that we have. It's between Team Espada and Team Doomwalkers. And so far both the teams early game, not anything really much, just their normal rotation and just normal lanes coming in from both the teams.
Yeah, Doomwalkers do have the, Vexana, the copycat here, but then, I mean, she has to be accurate in choosing in the ultimates because she can go with the Gatotkacha or the Hylos in the moment. But then I guess Louis ult would be useful at some teleport, initiating some fights. But then we have to see about it. We have to wait about it. But then I guess the most beneficial would be the AOG from the Gatotkacha. But as we speak, we have seen a lethal contesting going on, and the Soyu has confirmed it for himself.
Yep, and onto the top lane, we do see a little bit skirmish going on, and Tigreal is doing a great okay. Mid-fight pause coming in from one of the team's request, maybe. So while we wait for that pause to get lifted, the blue side is Team Espada right now, and the red side is Team Doomwalkers. And I'm kind of favoring the draft of Team Doomwalkers. They have all of the necessary components, the Gatotkacha, the Hylos, the Luoi, and Suyu is there for the early game aggressiveness, and you're both quite tanky lineup as well. Okay, resuming back, it was mid-fight, and Tigreal was kind of zoning Suyu out, but look at that Hayabusa dealing the damage onto Suyu, and he'll be escaping with a slither of HP, but again, still going on. First blood onto Harriet right there. Hylos quite low, and Shanks get that kill, and Valentina would be taking that. So it's a good trade for both the teams. So far so good, but Team Espada, they are looking kind of low.
And Gwen Shadow with the evil pillar just secures the kill for Layla right there. I mean, previous team fight was kind of in favor of, team, what's it, Doomsday, right? Okay, yeah. So, yeah, they were favoring it because, I mean, the hard damage with the Synchro Fusion and the Chrono Lash is really high. And I mean, you know, Fearless is tanky, but then, like, how could they sustain the magic damage without the magic defense aggressiveness? For now, the turtle is being taken by Gwenchana. He will be securing it.
And look at that AOG landing onto perfectly, and it was a double because Valentina was copying the ult. But again, look at all the HP so low, and Loi will be taking that kill onto X-Borg right there. And okay, the fight is still going on. Tigreal, quite a bad idea to go in, and that's a double kill for Loi right there. So Team Doomwalkers, they are definitely having that upper hand in this match that we are seeing right now, and Team Espada, they might just face a slight inconvenience for them because of all of this charges coming in towards them.
I mean, being on the side where you're getting pushed out or getting zoned out in your early farm or in the early fights, you should be a bit careful. But then, I mean, as far as they do have the Lela onto the late game, so I mean, they are kind of worried free, but then they need the late game to come in really quick too, because Harith would be dealing a lot of damage once he gets his whole crystal build up.
Yep, and okay, a diversion coming in from Loi right onto the backline, and implosion, one man implosion coming in from Tigreal. But again, Harith, he will be getting away while Team Doomwalkers, they charge from the behind. And look at that Suyu dealing all the damage, and Hayabusa gets taken down. A double kill for him right there, and Layla is the only one surviving, and she has no choice but to go. Okay, Hylos, that was a great turret dive coming in, and Layla, she was kind of surviving, but she gets taken down by Team Doomwalkers as well. So overall, great team fight and great initiation coming in.
The whole combination was really good, especially Hylos charging in. I mean, he knows he has a lot of HP to drain out to the turret, so yeah, charging in, taking the lead for the fight, and then, letting his hyper show you secure the kill. But onto the riverside, we could see the turtle is being taken. Tiger looking for a play.
Oh, look at the glorious powder getting popped out, and also AOG connecting onto two people, and the charge is still there. Another glorious powder used defensively, but Loi will be getting taken down. A shutdown from Hayabusa coming in. Great, what is it? Great tactic coming in just to mark that backline because Loi, she was getting that damage, and Suyu is onto Hayabusa. Okay, mega kill for him right there. Hayabusa was not able to escape right on time. Okay, the chase is still there, and the last insanity coming in from Xbox, not dealing much damage because he does really not have any choice. But again, Tigreal is being a menace for Suyu, but it's team Doomwalkers, they do have the upper hand right now, and they are still leading. And that was a 1 versus 1 kill, and Harry did take out that Layla on top lane as well. So overall, great objective play coming in. Oh, okay, Chase is still there in the mid lane. Glorious Spider gets used up, and look at that implosion coming in from Eagle, and Suyu gets that shut down right on time. And look at all of the HPs. So low, but again, okay, Harriet right on time, killing spree for him right there. Layla might be in trouble though, but he will be staying near her turret and try to not to do anything. But Loi has other plans though. She's just trapped there. Loi is just trying to get her out there.
Yeah, Lela being choked out right now, and that synchro would be finishing off Lela really in a bad position. Okay, diversion coming in would be taking back to somewhere. Okay, we could see another fight to begin.
Look at that. Tigreal, I mean, that was a bad position. Not a bad position, but a great diversion coming in from Loi. And that's two people down for the side of Team Espada. Yet again, Hayabusa not getting his buff, and his Shadowkill is also not doing much damage. And Harriet, he is quite farmed, and he is dealing that insane amount of damage. And against a Harriet, I mean, if he gets that farm, then he's just a monster. And even Layla, she has to use up everything just to get away from that upcoming massacre from Harriet right there.
I mean, as she's really low HP and the Harith has a lot of dashes, and I mean, the basic attack, Lela is a really basic attack set to use, but AOG is coming in.
Ooh, look at that. And Xborg will be getting taken down. Hayabusa marking Loi yet again, but I don't think he'll be successful because he gets taken down by Suyu, and that's a double kill for him. I mean, Team Doomwalkers, they won't be repeating the same mistake again by letting their maze get away in the hands of Hayabusa, and this time they were right on time to save her. And the goal difference is getting wider and wider, and the map control is definitely in the hands of Team Doomwalkers. And Team Espada, they are kind of held by the throat and not being able to do anything. And Tigreal, another kind of you should not really get that far because the game's almost in its midpoint, and you would not want to risk any of your team members losing. Okay, great diversion coming in from Loi yet again. The glorious fighter has been used up. Hayabusa, however, going in with his Soki Shadow kill, not dealing much damage. He will be forced to get back away, and that was a successful zone out from Team Doomwalkers in my opinion.
Yeah, true though, because I mean the way they are going in, especially Louis with the diversion is being really great. And then you do have these both amazing tanks, Gatotkacha and the Hylos, to sustain the damage, and they are doing a really great job at cutting out, the Ogi Shadow kills damage. And meanwhile, a lot is being taken, and yeah, it was an easy lot for sure. But in the meanwhile, you know, here we could see Chill Shine taking down the Xbox really fast because I mean his damage. I mean, if we look at the itemization Holy Crystal is already there. He has the Scarlium Sight as well as the Feather of Heaven. So his basic attacks are dealing a lot of damage.
Yes. His basic attacks are really hectic, and he is the top. He has the topmost farm out right after Suyu, and Team Espada, they are kind of lacking. But okay, Tigreal hidden implosion from behind, but not really working out. But that was quite a nice try. But again, you kind of need a good setup, and Team Doomwalkers, they are not really giving any chance for Team Espada to do that right now, because like they are together, but again they're also far enough to get away. Okay, AOG connecting on Valentina, and she gets that done. Oh, look at that right there, and Hisoka on that later will be getting taken down. A legendary 4 Harriet right there, and Loi takes that Tigreal out, as well as Hayabusa. So one person remaining for the side of Team Espada, and that there's a chase there, but Xbox trying his best to get away. But while all that is happening, the Lord is already taking the inhibitor of the top lane out for the side of Team Espada, and it's just really 1 or 2 seconds on the clock. Will Team Espada will be able to take that? Okay, they never mind. They do fail on defending that Lord coming in for this side. So that was quite a short game, I would say. But again, Team Doomwalkers, they definitely shined on this match.
Think so. Doomwalkers, they came in with a really proper plan, as you mentioned, Hylos going in front of the opponents, and AOG would be popping onto the backliners. I guess this strategy worked out really well. And then you also had, the diversion plays onto the map, going into the backline, and so like Gatotkacha was really, utilizing that chance with the Louis saving up his AOG for the correct moment. And I guess all of the, skills were on point. And specifically, I would say Louis did a really great job at this team fight. I mean, a passive duality with her yin and yang. She was connecting and, dealing a lot of, tension, very hectic damage towards the Hayabusa, I would say. And yeah, most of the part was really fun to watch. I mean, specifically the diversion.
I agree with you. The divergence, they were really quite on point. And with the help of Hylos and Kata, as I said before, one targets the front line, one targets the back line. And paired with Loi, she can just, take your teammates anywhere around the map and just forcibly take out a team fight when your enemy is not ready. And that is one plus point of having a PC on your team. If you really master the diversion, then having her would be a nightmare for your enemy. And that was exactly how team team Doomwalkers, they really perfected on that Loi right there.
I mean, yeah, we forgot to compliment, I mean, to mention this to you, but then, yeah, he played out too, I mean, also really well. And for, Team Espada, they also tried to come in with the flicker play, I mean, with the implosion play, I mean, Tiger, but then, his main prime target, Louis, was on to the Purify, so it kind of didn't work out really well. But anyways, guys, this is Indian Gaming Series, and on the Castedex, it's Burger and Zuvu. Zuvu, yeah. So sorry for the mispronunciation, but then we are excusing ourselves for today as it was the last day of the match. So, ladies and gentlemen, please be back tomorrow. Show us same love, the same support you showed us today. And yeah, it's me, Burger,